Everyone's vibe coding right now. You open Cursor or Claude, describe what you want to build, and within minutes there's actual code and an actual UI, buttons that do things. It genuinely feels like magic. Until you ask it to change something, and it breaks something else, so you fix that, and now a third thing is broken, and you're stuck in this loop where the AI is confidently generating code that's slowly falling apart, because it never actually knew what you were trying to build. It just knew what you typed in the last message. That's the vibe coding wall. And today's sponsor, Traycer, built the fix for it. A layer that sits above your AI agent and makes sure it actually understands your vision before you actually write a single line. Let me show you how it works in action. So the first thing you want to do is go to traycer.ai/install and then click on the VS Code one because that's the one I have. If you have Cursor, you can also click on that one. It'll take you there, or windsurf. So if you just click on that, I already have this installed, but then you'll just press install and you'll see that you'll end up over here. So this is the default Traycer walkthrough. So this is actually their new feature. So we'll try out the Epic Mode today versus the phases or planner review. Then you got to select your workflow. So you can see you have the refactoring workflow, which is a lean collaborative workflow for systematic code refactoring. Then you have the agile workflow. We'll keep it the agile one. Now press send. So before I started the project, I was actually building a snake game in here. Now Traycer realized that I'm telling it to build me a productivity and habit tracker dashboard. So you can see the first question is asking me, is this a standalone new project or does it live alongside the existing snake game? Obviously I want it to be standalone. So I'll answer standalone to that. What tech stack do you want to use? I can use vanilla HTML, CSS, React, or whatever. I'll just do no strong preference. I'll let it recommend what fits best for my purpose. And it also asks which core features do you want in the dashboard? A daily habit checklist, a habit streak tracker, C, D, E, F, G. I can put all those letters and everything like that. And where should the data be stored? So you can see this is actually asking questions that a product manager would ask. So it's going into details that I personally, if I was vibe coding, somebody who doesn't have that much of a technical background, I would not know what to say. But I can say that I can also just do a browser local storage only, no backend, no login, data stays on this device. I'm going to do that for ease. And then there's also backend plus database. So you need data syncs across devices, and this requires a server and user accounts. So for today's demo, I'm just going to do A. And who's the primary user of this dashboard? Just me, a personal tool for my own daily use, a small group, family, team, friends, a public product built for many users. So you can see these 5 questions are something a external consultant or a product manager would have to help you understand and align with before you start building an actual project. And Traycer does that for you with ease. So I put in all my answers for all the questions. I'm just going to press send. All right. So now we have additional questions that is asking to help us narrow down the project. So how should habits and goals relate to each other? What does the weekly and monthly progress view look like? How should tasks, to-do lists work? Are they daily, reset, or persistent? Because I asked for that feature as well. What is the overall layout, navigation style of the dashboard? And then what visual style are you going for? So I can answer these questions. So let me just do that. So I've responded to all the questions. Just going to press enter. All right. So we can see we finally have a complete plan. We know that our project setup is going to be a standalone project. We're going to use vanilla HTML, CSS, ES modules. Storage is going to be local. Then all the features that we wanted to add, the layout design, as well how to store the data like habits, goals, completions, tasks, everything like that. All of this was planned in about 2 to 3 minutes. What this allows me to do is elevate my vibe coding project into something that I actually want and not leave it to the hands of the AI agent that will do something random, have a random design, have random structure and everything like that, and have to work backwards. So this is really cool. Now, suggested next steps we can see. With requirements aligned, the natural next steps are to either write the Epic brief problem statement, goals and constraints, or jump straight into defining the core flows, what the user does and how they navigate through the app. Both can be done in any order. So then I can just go into the Epic brief or I can define the core flows. I'll just go on the Epic brief. All right. Now we have our Epic brief. Basically, this kind of summarizes what the project is about. This is something that most technical teams have to do to understand what's in scope, what is out of scope, which is, for example, we don't need to worry about user accounts, logins, or multiple device syncs or push notifications or anything like that. I want to create a simple habit tracker, and I don't need any of this right now, so I don't have to worry about that. So I don't have to worry about AI generating fake login buttons or anything like that. Now the next step is actually going to the core flows. All right. Now Traycer has come back to me with asking me quick questions about how the users are going to flow through the product. And these are important questions that, I should be aligned on with my AI. So I'm going to ensure that I understand how I want and structure it like that. So when it generates something for me, I'm going to have a good overview and control of what the flow is going to look like. So I'll answer these questions, but you can see like, how do you add a new habit? It wants to understand that. How do you edit or delete an existing habit? Where does the streak number live relative to the habit checkbox? What happens visually when you check off a habit? How does linking a habit to a goal work? Things like that. What does the goal card show on the main dashboard? Everything. So I'll answer all of these. So let me just do that quickly. All right, I've answered all those questions. Now I'm going to press enter. So now what you can see, I actually have a user interface preview. So before the project is actually created, I can take a quick look at the UI. And if I wanted to change this, I can go ahead and make those adjustments before you actually waste some tokens on your AI project. So this is really huge because you save so much time and money by doing this, and you're not just reiterating yourself or having code projects that don't look like what you want, and then you're just working backwards and backwards and backwards and wasting time and energy. For our purposes, this UI is really good, so I'll stick with this. Now I can go into the tech plan, or I can do more validation. I'm just going to go into the tech plan. I think I'm good at where we are right now. All right, so Traycer has determined the tech plan, meaning it understands where to store the data, the ES module structure, logic versus UI separation, streak calculation, and things like that. And you can see we have the tech plan over here as well. So we can see all these specs that we are creating, the Epic brief, the core flows of the projects we just created, the tech plan, everything like that. Framework basically is understanding is going to use none. Rationale matches workspace, no build tooling needed, things like that. Storage, local storage only. Personal use, no sync needed, everything like that. So these type of questions, I'll be honest, if I didn't have experience with coding or anything like that, I wouldn't know. But Traycer ensures that it understands all my requirements for a complete project that's not just spaghetti code, and is going to help me build it. The next thing I'm going to do is break down my work into tickets. Most coding teams break down work into tickets, and they go ticket by ticket, or each team is responsible for a specific ticket, and that's how they actually ensure that the work is following a logical step. So we can see that our Traycer right now is creating tickets for us to understand that. For example, ticket 1 is HTML skeleton and CSS. Ticket 2 is logic module and data module. Ticket 3 is UI rendering and events. Then the module system, and this ticket 5 is streak and weekly progress. So it's going to open all our tickets, and they're going to be coming up over here. So we'll see them. One thing you'll notice is that it understands that ticket 1 and 2 can be done at the same time. That's why we see them happening. Ticket 3 is dependent on ticket 1 and 2. So it's going to build this first, then go there. All right. So it looks like my tickets are finalized. So we have all our tickets here. And if you wanted to go into each ticket, you can actually see the breakdown. For example, I'm in ticket 1, which is the HTML skeleton and CSS foundation. It gives an overview what it's supposed to do, create a dashboard, everything like that. And what's the acceptance criteria. So once all of these are met, then it moves forward to the other ticket, or if it's supposed to run in parallel, like ticket 1 and ticket 2, it'll do that. As you can see, ticket 3 depends on ticket 1 and 2, so it'll wait for these to be finished, then it'll only execute that one. So now I can already execute. What's also really cool about Traycer is that you can hand off your project to any of your favorite CLIs. So Claude Code CLI, Gemini CLI, even Codex CLI, or you can just copy and paste it into there. You can also export it as a markdown. So you don't have to stick to VS Code alone. You can use your favorite AI coding assistant. But basically, Traycer will help you ensure that your AI agent understands what you want, the spec requirements and everything that you worked into, the logic flow and everything like that, the ticket system and everything like that. So you can see that Traycer is really powerful. And what we're looking at right now is the dashboard it has created. So what I did right now is just added some habits and everything like that. But you can remember, like, everything we mentioned about having a habit over here, tasks over here, goals here, and weekly progress, we wanted them to be buttons and show the percentage as well. So if I were to say, like, okay, I read 20 minutes, you can see that grows up the last 7 days. If I walk 10 steps, everything like that, you can add a habit, everything like that. You can link it to a specific goal. Like, for example, I have put the read more goal here. I call this like read 20 minutes. I add that, and then we can have that linked goal over here. I can remove the goal and press yes. It will delete every single habit like that. And then I also added tasks here that you can see, like, everyone, make sure you guys subscribe to the video. I have to make this Traycer AI video. I have to clean my room, which I'll do after this. I do have to buy milk, which I got to do as well. But you can see that I was able to vibe code this, but vibe code is a feature that eventually is going to hit a ceiling. You know, the wall that everyone hits is the intent. The AI not knowing what you actually want, and Traycer is probably the most practical solution I've seen to that specific problem, and it doesn't require to become a developer to use it. If you find this useful, subscribe. I cover AI tools and what's actually worth your time, as well AI news to keep you guys updated. Also leave a comment if you also hit that vibe coding ball yourself and are kind of getting tired for it and are looking for tools like Traycer. I'll see you guys in the next one. But that's it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, follow the world of AI, and don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. We post constantly and you don't want to miss this. I'll see you guys in the next one.